I want to ask you a question. How far are you booked in advance? Now here's a really interesting paradigm shift. When I started dentistry, the big thing was how far are you booked? The further you were booked, the more successful you were. Booking out a week in advance for a new dentist was amazing, and even more amazing when a senior doc was booked 3 months in advance. It gave a lot of comfort. It gave a lot of security in the fact you had a big patient base that wanted to see you. They would wait to see you, wait a long time to see you, and guess what happens? It absolutely will kill your productivity. But most important, what it's going to kill your ability to offer real-time, great value to your customers, your patients. It's really wrong. We need to get out of this mindset, docs. So many docs are booked way too far in advance. Where do you put a walk-in? Where do you put a root canal? Where do you give people the treatment in your schedule, the treatment they deserve? You have to open the flow. I'll use John Christensen's famous words. You aren't going to grow if you don't open the flow. It starts with your schedule. And somehow it's always the last thing that goes. You get way booked out. Somebody tells you we have nowhere to put somebody. So what do? I better hire an associate. Well, if it's happened at that point, I don't even want to speculate what that's cost the practice in terms of creating the great value to your customers. They float along, and what's going to happen is somebody's going to come next door to you, and they're going to have walk-in cleanings. They're going to have walk-in appointments, same-day dentistry, open 7 days a week till 9 o'clock at night. What happens to the doctor that's booked 3 months ahead? He's still happy, but here's the problem. Comfort. Comfort is an absolute killer. You don't want to be comfortable. The minute you're comfortable, you're not growing. You're comfortable with what is what you need to ask yourself. You're comfortable with the money you make. You're comfortable you've got a great big guaranteed pot of patients that's a revenue stream. And very slowly what starts to happen, before you even notice it, if you notice it, the schedule starts to get not so booked. Didn't happen when I started in '79. It was always the holy grail, being booked out. I was booked out as an associate right out of the gate because I have such a big family in my hometown. It was always what I tried to maintain. And until I got into this mindset of thinking, I need to grow, I need to open the flow, I need to provide great service for my patients in real time when they need it, if you said to a patient, you need this great treatment done, you're a master presenter of treatment. Then what happens is you say to the patient, you need this, you need that, it's important you do it, it's urgent you do this crown. But we can't do it for 3 months. Well, what does that do? It's not consistent with what you're trying to deliver to the patient. You need to find a way to open your flow. If you're booked 3 months in advance, you've got a lot of dentistry on your books. Your staff doesn't know where to put people that did damn good treatment. It's a real problem. So let's summarize. Booking in advance is great. You want to be able to book your patients in advance, but in advance in terms of what works for the patient first. That's what dictates how far you're booked in advance. Meaning, if you're booked 3 months out, 3 weeks out, arguably the most productive dentists that I've met anywhere are booked a couple days out. Now, really think about that because they can get people in real time. And here's another thing. They got a little bit of a sense of urgency, which all of us comfortable, happy, entitled dentists, we're very entitled, great thing, we all do well. But when you got a little bit of a boot up your bum, meaning you got to make revenue, you got a big payroll, it's kind of nice to look and say, ooh, I don't have anybody booked for 3 days. And arguably what I would say to anybody is, do you ever know when you look back where some of your most productive days were? When you didn't have so much on the books. Ask Dr. Nate Schott that question. And he thrives on the ability to come in and say, we had $5,000 booked on the books to start the day. He loves the fact that he says, by 11 o'clock, we've got 13,000. By 2 o'clock, we've got 24,000. Finished out the day, mind you, his offices go 7:30 in the morning, or maybe 7, till close. And close never occurs before 9. Walk in, same day treatment, same day emergency, set up to open the flow, give that patient what they want. He ends up that one day real live, and he did in a talk once, he ended up with $44,000 of productive, completed dentistry. He had $5,000 on the book for the entire office. So do you think he wants to be booked in advance? I don't think so.